don't know if they can hear you yet. Give me 1 second. All right, how's that? Good. Good. All right, let me get you set up on... All right, say something. What the hell? Okay, no, nobody can hear you. Give me a sec. All right, try talking again. Yeah, what the hell? All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry, chat. I have Rosa from Composting on here. Nobody can hear you yet, Rosa, so give me a sec. I don't know what the fuck. Why? Okay, give me a sec. Let me... I need you to stop while I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to figure this out. Sorry, this is, I hate computers so fucking much. All right, I'm gonna mute myself and take it off for a second. Can you try talking again? Yeah, just fucking desktop audio isn't doing anything. I probably got switched somehow because Discord's fucking stupid. All right, try talking again. Hello. Nope, not that. No, I mean my output device is going to my fucking headphones. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, what the hell is that? All right, try talking again.
Hello.
Okay, now you're coming through. All right, Jesus.
Hey, what's happening, chat?
All right, try talking again. Let me...
What's happening, chat?
Okay, I don't know why. All right, just give me like a little test 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Okay, keep going. And I'm trying to...
White boy, white boy,
Okay,
white
that's
nose, white
fine.
lies,
That's
white
fine.
lies.
Okay, no more.
Okay. I love Tom McDonald. He's got to be one of my favorite rappers out there. What's good, chat?
No, I don't want to share screen. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to get... chat is saying, Amber is saying, hello, Rosa. Audio's coming through now, finally. Okay, God. All right, I'm going to pop you out so we can have... That works. There we go. Kinda.
That's a familiar voice. No, it's not.
I don't want that. There we go. All right.
Hey. What's good?
All right, where'd Rosa go? Let's go. Okay, now
Let's
how?
go.
It's just us right now.
That's true.
So
She's cool. Already like them. That's a mistake. A lot of people make that mistake. I don't know why.
what did I want? Let me see if I can get. Well, no. All right, Rosa's here.
I am. Coming at you live from New York, greatest fucking city in the world.
Can you give
What's
us
going
a
on?
sausage, egg, and cheese?
Hey, it's
A bit-
bacon, egg, and cheese. There you go. Vault one, my sugar.
Mashuga.
I don't like the way you say that. I don't like the way you say Yiddish words. It makes me feel aggressed upon.
L'chaim.
Really, vault. Really.
Shalom.
I don't. I don't like it.
You know what,
I
Rosa?
don't like it.
And shalom be with you.
You too, pal. You too. Chat. How we feeling today? Today's a good day. You know why?
Why? Is it a good day? I feel like I've been
a-
seeing.
Good day, because Chuck Schumer's taking the country back, pal. Okay, my senator. That's my fucking senator, dude.
Oh.
That's my
You're-
senator. Let's go, Chuck.
You're gonna get fucking hurt on these streets repping Chuck Schumer.
New York Jews. New York Jews on top. We stay on top, man. Dude, I'm so
first
happy.
first
Democrat
Google
Party
result
has
that
my
pops
back.
up. The first Google result that pops up for Chuck Schumer is Chuck Schumer contact. Like his contact info. So that should give you a good.
Yeah, because everyone's calling in and saying thank you, Chuck.
Yep.
You're the working class candidate.
Sure.
Those are my fucking Democrats, dude. Those are my fucking Democrats.
Look at my fucking Democrats, dog.
Look at our. This is the working class party, chat. This is why you need to keep voting Democrat. See how successful it is? Look at we just gotta keep voting Democrat.
Yeah.
Just vote harder.
I've been. Oh, by the way, at posted in both Twitch and YouTube, there should be a link to a trans woman who needs help avoiding homelessness in my community. If you could give a couple dollars, I would very much appreciate it. And I'm gonna go
Hell
get
yeah.
a thing to put on my water bottle, and then we can get started. We got Gavin Newsome, whose new podcast. What is it? Newsome Twosome? Where it's just him and some other dipshit all the time. Apparently, that would have been a better.
Yeah.
That would have been a better fucking
It's him
name.
as gay. It's Gavin and his other gay friend.
Fucking got him, nailed him. All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
fucking-
put you up real quick so people have something to watch
Oh sure.
while I'm gone.
And we have a big announcement to make.
Do we?
Before that.
I guess we do.
Yeah, we do.
Kinda. All right, I'll
Yeah,
be
we
right
do.
back.
Very big announcement.
You make the big announcement.
Biggest announcement of all time. Oh, I'm making it. Oh, sure. That's a big responsibility. So chat. I'm as a non-controversial figure, widely loved, all across this community and beyond, for my infallible political opinions, infallible movie takes, on the Composting podcast, and beyond. Me and Jordan are happy to announce that we will be doing a semi-weekly politics podcast that will be coming out first week of next month. That's right. The people have always been asking for a politics podcast. It's never been done before, from what I've heard. And it's it's the first one. We're super excited about it. It's gonna be called What the Fuck Now, or WTF Now. You'll find it on Jordan's channel and wherever you get your podcasts. If you like me, you can listen to Composting. wherever you get your podcasts, and on the Composting YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to that. But yeah, a politics podcast that's actually good. Yes. So I don't know. Well, I think the goal with it is that we want to get more. We want to get we want to get more communist with it than we get on the Dead Domain YouTube channel or in the streams. We're gonna go hard with it.
I don't know if specifically communist, but I would say certainly more leftist and more community organization minded as far as mutual aid and outreach. We're trying to have on, we have a number of really great guests lined up that have different experiences across various economic brackets, across various levels of visibility and just experience in general, as far as community organizing, as far as acts of resistance, acts of community liberation, support, mutual aid. And that's really kind of what I think we want to focus on, is just being able to talk to these community leaders, talk to these, not even necessarily leaders, but these people who are taking part in protest movements, and talk to them about how other people can either get motivated or get organized.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know. And I don't know, I think I'm funny somewhat.
Gavin Newsome.
Take that back. That's too far.
I didn't say
That's way too far.
You're right. That's my bad.
Up. That's fucked up.
You can't say that about them.
Yeah.
That's their word.
Whose word?
I don't know. What did Newsome do? What hasn't Newsome done? Do you want to? We talked a little bit about Chucky Schumer. Do you want
Chucky boy?
Yeah. Do you want to go into the Newsome stuff or talk about Chuck Schumer right now?
I mean, they're both reaching across the aisle. They're united in
no, it's what fucking Gavin's doing is more of a reach around than a reach across. You know what I mean? Fucking got him.
Yeah, reach around jerking off a transgender woman.
Yeah, you nailed it. You got it.
In a mean-spirited way, in an evil way, in an evil and transphobic way.
Reach around menacingly. All right, try this one on for size. See how this tickles you. Gavin Newsome.
That sucks. I hate you. You should give up. There's a reason you gave up on stand-up. You don't have what it takes.
No, that's from chat. I'm reading that one from chat.
Oh, okay. Chatter, give up. You don't have what it takes.
Hey, come here. You come here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I love chat. Chat's awesome. I thought we were the party of kindness. Why we call him Poosum? Yeah, it's true. Guys, stop being so toxic, chat. It's fucked up. You need to be nice to your liberal politicians. Your small being liberal politicians.
Lady, down. Sorry, I need to text somebody about
Gavin Newsome. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Gavin Newsome. Okay, you can't. No, it's not. You're not gonna make it work, chat. You're not gonna make Gavin Newsome. Stop being so divisive. Exactly. I'm an apolitical comedian. I just make jokes. I'm just trying shit out, chat. You know what I mean? Guest host? No, I'm permanent. I'm the new Dead Domain. Jordan, are you meditating?
No, sorry, I'm sending a message about something.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sorry. We are hello. Lady says hello. Lady says hello. Lady.
Who is talking? No one's talking.
Yeah, nobody's talking. Sorry. Lady.
What are you talking about?
Okay, you are driving me crazy. You are so full
Gag
of beans.
and douche cum, that's fucking good. You have what it takes, Brutus.
Brutus was the one who came up with Newsome, so don't be thrown around.
Never mind. Okay, you're mid. Yeah, good one. You have bad one. It cancels out. Sorry about that.
Gavin in the news too much, some. Fucking got him.
Dog, 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 dog.
Gavin
Yeah?
Gavin Goon some? Is that doing something for you?
It does nothing for me. Much like anything gooning related, I just don't feel anything anymore.
That's fair. All right, let me see if I can get you on here.
I'll fight you, Rosa. I actually am considered a deadly weapon all across America. My body is a deadly weapon, so I don't think you have what it takes, pal. Can you share your screen, by the way?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying to add you onto the screen.
Okay.
Thank you very much for Juliana. 19 months total. I don't know how I want to do the.
You could just not. I can just be a disembodied voice if you want.
Well, I mean more the screen sharing.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
You could just send me the articles we're looking at.
We're gonna be watching videos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want? I can screen share them.
Yeah, you might have to. All right, let me see if I can fucking. Right.
Scabbin, gruesome. I like Scabbin Newsome. I feel like that's some shit that like a member of the Teamsters would put on a shirt.
Because he's a fucking scab. Psycho Salad 665 super chatted $1.99. They spent money to tell me Goonin Coomsum. So thank you.
Wow, your
for
audience really will.
They
Wow.
fucking.
I wish I had an audience like this.
All right, let's go. Oh well, actually no, because then. Fuck, how am I gonna share this? Unless I were to watch your stream.
It's up to you. The world's your oyster. You know what I mean? I just got here. What's going on? I don't know. I really like coconut ice cream.
Let's go, Rosa. If you could share your screen, and we can look up. As I want to watch the Steve Bannon one. That's one of the ones I really want to look up,
if you can
and the Charlie Kirk one. Well, mostly the Charlie Kirk one, but I will send you. Yeah, I'll just send you these.
Which one?
Is that your music?
Oh, is that playing?
Yes.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll turn off my the greatest hits of Bill Evans.
All right, let me.
Sorry about that.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. So we are good whenever you want to share.
Okay.
Let's start with the Charlie Kirk one, just because I need to get mad at that little fucking sicko.
Okay. Are we watching the whole thing?
I want to see mostly what the fuck it is.
This is Gavin Newsome.
It is Gavin Newsome.
Asked and answered. You know what?
Charlie Kirk.
Wait, dude, I can't talk shit in iHeart podcasts because
Charlie.
I need the iHeart fucking.
By the way, what brings you to California? Your favorite state?
It is my. Ooh, this thing's falling. It is my favorite state in the.
Unprofessional mic setup. First off, I wouldn't make that mistake. Rookie
Where the
mistake.
fuck? Why can't I switch? I want to watch this. There we go. Okay. All right.
I can't stand Charlie Kirk. He's one of the greatest thinkers of our time. I don't know what you mean. He's a brain genius.
Fucking one of the greatest foreheads of our time, more like. God.
You're not gonna talk about that beak on him? Oi, Gavalt.
You have a weird fixation with noses that I think deserves to be interrogated.
It's psychosexual in its nature.
Okay.
Well, it's not. I'm not gonna deny that. Yeah, it is psychosexual. It is psychosexual.
I'm glad. Okay, but what are the reasons? Like, I'm sure he is going to try and chalk it up to some kind of like moral issue, like, oh, we need God, and there's just no moral center, and we don't centralize the family unit or whatever the fuck. What?
It's lack of It's lack of a third inter-imperialist war. It's lack of World War III.
Well,
like,
no.
If you want the
What it
honest
genuinely.
answer,
Well.
no,
I mean,
we need
like,
world wars to keep like that. That's why there was a economic boom in the 50s. You need war. You need fucking imperialism. We keep picking these tiny little wars, but it's not enough for there to be the huge economic growth that we saw after World War II.
I mean,
like
in a capitalist sense, yes. Like there is not enough fuel that is keeping the machine turning, so it is starting to break down. But in a more immediate sense, the reason for the economy wasting away and people not able to buy their own fucking homes is also capitalism just working as intended, but in ways that A, Charlie supports, and B, will not want to talk about.
Yeah, because, I mean, these people complain about BlackRock, but it's about the shit that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? They're not complaining about the insane centralization of capital that we're seeing within these massive fucking syndicates, the likes of which have never been theorized or seen in human history. I mean, they like that shit. They like that shit. They want to be the Ubermensch. They see like Bezos type dudes as the Ubermensch, and they want to be him. Despite the fact that he's literally bald.
Yeah, but that's from all the testosterone. That's from all the raw masculine energy.
Yeah, all my fellas out there, be sure.
Hey, awesome kid, TH. How you doing?
Be sure get on that if you don't want to get bald.
Most medicated generation in history. Right. And the message that was largely being fed to a lot of young people.
Also, here's another thing. The most medicated generation in history. I agree with it. Like, the SSRI industry, the more I look into it, the more I'm like, oh, this is complete bullshit. You know what I mean? But, like, Republicans are able to just, like, signal at these social issues without
and then do
providing
nothing.
Any solution. They're not coming after Big Pharma. Big Pharma is a legitimate issue. Like, the fact that there's so much SSRI in the water that's affecting, like, fish being insane. The fact that, like, I'm not a doctor, this isn't medical advice, but the fact that the serotonin theory of depression, the whole chemical imbalance thing, isn't really supported by the evidence is concerning. And the fact that we're over-prescribing these medications is concerning.
But I mean, it's the same.
Don't fucking attack that.
No, I think it's the same issue that you're going to see with Big Pharma is exactly what you saw with oil companies, where there's too much centralized money running through lobbyists, and now like fucking doors are blown more wide open than ever before as far as just the dark money running into and out of Washington. But like,
I do just want to make clear that the perspective on SSRIs that I'm offering is my own perspective. I'm not a medical advice. I'm not a medical doctor. You know what's best for your body, sir. But
no, and people in chat are talking about, like, we aren't saying that SSRIs are bad for you or that they don't work for you, but at the end of the day, it is an industry that for a long time, like, it's what happened with the Sackler family and OxyContin. Like, doctors were getting kickbacks from prescribing pain medication, so they were just giving it out like fucking candy that caused a shit ton of addiction and overdoses and death.
Just because they work for you doesn't mean that the serotonin theory of depression isn't, like, doesn't have mixed medical feedback. I don't know. Unless you read about it, I don't know.
I wouldn't even necessarily say that. I just think there's, like, it's like everything else in politics. It's something that requires a degree of nuance, and people would rather throw the baby out with the bathwater and say, you know, oh, the reason for, like Charlie Kirk just did, like you see all the fucking time from dipshits like RFK Jr.
And yeah, I feel like the role of people like this, to a certain extent, is like controlled opposition, because they're completely kooky, they're intentionally kooky, and it sort of just makes fucking taboo any sort of questioning of the pharmaceuticals industry. You know what I mean? Like, if it's only people that deny that mental health exists that are like saying, oh, we shouldn't be over prescribing shit, then no one's gonna have that serious conversation.
Yeah, and I mean, Matt Walsh does that has been his basic talking point for fucking years. Like, at least a decade Matt Walsh has been. Before he was prominent, he was sitting in his car and doing his fucking daddy vlogs, and he would be like, and SSRIs are these depression drugs are an absolute scam, and doctors just getting rich on, and, like, it still doesn't make any fucking sense, but it's still that same shit that's been going around.
Yeah, the purpose of a system is what it does.
Alrighty.
So miserably.
Well, that's true.
I know, like, it is. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, it is unfortunately true.
We reached the end of liberalism. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you're seeing this in Europe contemporaneously.
Give me 1 second. You keep talking. Keep doing your analysis.
We're reaching the end of the post-Cold War liberal era, and yeah, of course, they want a populist, be it a fascist, be it like a socialist type guy like Bernie. He's right in that regard, and that's why the Democrats failed. They failed to adopt to that. They're clinging on to the remnants of this bygone era. You know what I mean? We're not in the Obama era. We are not in the Obama era. They wanted to feel like the main character. Everyone wants to feel like the main character, which is fair, and you should say that the working class should be the main character. That's the truth. Thank you for the $5, C-Beans. Douche scum needs to push back. I'm losing my goddamn mind. I don't appreciate you calling me douche scum, but yeah, I'm trying my best to push back here. You know what I mean? Nelson Mandela's way is the only way. I have zero idea what you mean, but that's so true. I agree fully. Zero idea what you mean, but I agree. I want to be a background character. Don't worry, local custard. You are a background character. You're just one part of the many names on screen. You're blending in just fine, buddy. I'll put on silly hats and stand in the crowd. Yes, I like that. I like a sight gag type character. Chat, we need more sight gags. I feel like the chat equivalent of a sight gag is a good username. Cow Crapper's a good username. We do have some good usernames. Military Humvee Revisions is a fantastic username. I just want to give some recognition. How's chat doing? Who's the other person that streams with Dead Domain? I don't know. I wish someone would tell me. We need more silent films. Ooh, check out Hundreds of Beavers. It came out last year. I've got the Blu-ray right here. Fantastic silent film comedy from last year. Great indie black and white. I loved Hundreds of Beavers. Definitely check it out. Good watch. Good, and you? I'm doing fantastic. I recorded a podcast earlier. I'm doing well. I'm doing very, very well. Dude, chat's scary. It's always scary having a big chat. Favorite ice cream flavor? You did say you like coconut ice cream, local custard. I did see that. My favorite ice cream. I'm kind of like mint chocolate chip. I'm kind of a mint chocolate chip type mood. I almost got ice cream before the stream, but I didn't have time. Missed the first bit. Who's Rosa? Some homeless person Jordan found on the side of the road. Hundreds of Beavers is silent. Interesting. Heard it was good. Fantastic movie. Definitely check it out. It's on Blu-ray right now. Would you say that the movie is a damn fine film? That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Y'all better own nice footwear. I'm wearing nice moccasins right now. Thank you very much. It was a gift from my mother. My favorite ice cream is Mississippi Mud. That is not an ice cream. That is a state and a type of mud. Least favorite color of all time. I don't see color. I'm a colorblind liberal. Salted caramel is my favorite ice cream. That's awesome, buddy. I really appreciate you sharing that with me.
Turtle Chooms, I've been waiting for you to cover this, DD. I haven't been able to watch it on my own yet. I don't know if you'll need to. Sea Beans, thank you for $5. Douche's company is to push back. I'm losing my goddamn mind. I don't think so. The fact that he had
Double Dip, I already read that one. Damn,
no, I know you did, but the fact that he had like fucking Steve Bannon on the podcast after this, I'm like, he's not gonna fucking push back. He's not gonna fucking push back. Gavin Newsmax.
Like, who's next? Is he just gonna have like Gavin McInnes on?
He had fucking God, what the fuck was his name? Michael Savage of all goddamn people.
Michael Savage?
Do you know who Michael Savage is?
I know who Adam Savage is.
Nope,
That guy's awesome.
not related. Michael Savage is a old head fucking AM radio psychopath who like was the last time I remember him being relevant was like Obama era with Rush Limbaugh. Like
the only good radio guy is Howard. That's it.
I don't know about that. You have to say that as a New Yorker though.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, he is why I do the show. You know what I mean? I feel like every comedian with a podcast is like, oh yeah, I grew up listening to Howard.
Oh, thank you, Awesome Kid TH, for 200 stickers. Poor Claire saying, thank you very much for $4.99. It is illegal for doctors to receive commissions for prescribing drugs. Also, SSRIs and SNRIs are not habit forming. Commissions, yes, but what if we, for example, were to throw in, just as a gift, like maybe 2 courtside tickets to the Lakers?
I don't know why we're getting so caught up on this SSRIs and SNRIs point. Every doctor... Well, dude, my sister's a doctor. I talk about this with doctors, you know.
Do you? I wasn't gonna say anything. Never mind.
What was that?
Nothing.
What were you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. Sure. I feel I know what type of I know what you are.
What do you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were I thought you were make like, oh yeah, how typical Jew.
No, I was just gonna ask, are your other siblings also a lawyer and a filmmaker?
Yeah, but that's not related. I don't know what that has to do with it. And one's a banker.
Oh,
and there's a stockbroker.
See, I didn't want to take it racial.
It's not racist, it's just racial. You know what I mean? It's just a racial joke, chat. Not a racist joke.
Thank you, Awesome Kid TH, for all the biddies.
See, oh my god, who I'm...
Interesting, right?
I don't think that's again. It's this idea of like taking these kind of broadly leftist ideas.
I don't know. Like, I guess that like I've said that liberalism is worship of the state, and conservatism is worship of the nation. I do think that there is a point to be made there. However, the implication that leftists trust systems of power is stupid, and the idea that conservatives meaningfully distrust systems of power is beyond stupid. Trump
Like
has
it
done
is
nothing.
beyond asinine, especially for somebody who has been advocating for Trump, advocating for Project 2025, been on the team waving the flag for these total like overhauls of the executive and the judicial and all this shit, to then turn around and be like, well, liberals, they trust systems of power. And it's like, I don't know a single leftist who won't fucking talk your ear off given the first opportunity about like CIA coups and fucking like anything they've orchestrated, any CIA black sites, any intelligence operations in South America, MK Ultra, all that shit. Like the left, maybe liberals, maybe these kind of centrist Democrats, but like the leftists do not trust the fucking government.
Yeah, totally. I mean, and the Republicans, they see this like growing unsettledness, this growing distrust of these systems of power, and rather than simply challenging them in a meaningful way, what they do is they just point at them and they say, that's bad, I'm gonna fix it. They get into office, they say, guys, I fixed it, and they do nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing ever happens. It's just one big chud mono party of doing nothing.
Ma, thank you very much for $5. The year's 2026. Remote work is a Class C felony. Your boss Healy's in behind you. I'm gonna need you to come in on Sunday. Oh.
No.
Oh. Continue.
Yeah.
So back in the early 2000s, Democrats were low trust of institutions, Iraq War, anti-Bush, anti-NSA, anti-Patriot Act, and that's when you guys had a lot of activist spark and energy.
Yeah, oh yeah, we all love the Iraq War now. I think we should go back, right, Jordan?
Yeah, famously,
That's
that
what
was
we're all
when
saying.
there were no Democrats who supported the Iraq War. Famously.
I think that we just didn't look hard enough for the WMDs. I think that they still might be there.
Well, what he's saying
Let's
is
go
that
back.
like the Dems, I guess he's conflating again like more leftist progressives, probably like Michael Moore and people like that, but that
Yeah.
did not represent the actual the
Democrats
Democrat
were like-
electorate or the people they elected.
Yeah. You totally like the Democrats were marching in lockstep with the Iraq War.
Yeah,
and
they
the war
fucking they
on terror.
voted for the invasion of Afghanistan and Iraq and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, look at Joe Biden's speeches at the time. It's monstrous. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That has been completely inverted. So the right is now low trust of institutions, where the left is high trust of institutions. We're the ones that challenge the COVID vaccine. We're the ones that think that public health authorities.
Dog, he really fucking
Speaking truth to power, like COVID vaccines.
yeah, COVID vaccine and the invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan. Those are about equal. I feel morally.
I feel
God.
like this guy. Yeah.
Authorities might have lied to us during COVID.
Right.
We're the ones that don't necessarily believe the government when it says that we should keep on sending money to Ukraine.
Yet, curiously, don't have a problem when the government got to keep sending money to Israel.
$1 billion more to Israel.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? Dude, I like how he's just like, wow, this is an intellectual titan. He is the intellectual version of like Alexander the Great.
It is-
He looks so
I-
locked in. It's really funny.
I had to define Richard Hanania earlier as I'm writing the Brianna Wu piece, and the way I chose to define him is just like a pseudo-intellectual who can reframe very simple social observations so that college kids think it's profound. And that's like
Yeah, totally.
the exact same thing that Charlie Kirk is getting at here. Is like the stuff that like first philosophy class stripped down to be like, oh yeah, think about it. But it's the fucking living equivalent of those Facebook memes where you're like chained to your phone, right? And people are like, damn, this image that says so much. And it's like, not fucking really. If you've like dedicated literally a brain cell or two to it fucking before.
Wait, I'm sorry. We got the greatest chat of all time. Lee Harvey Ozempic. That is what? That's what?
No notes.
I like that. That's really good. That's really good. Make that guy president.
Might as fucking
Make
well
that
probably.
guy fucking president.
Better
He
than
probably
what we
do a
got
better
right now.
job.
Again, that's
The other thing, they complain about oppression Olympics, and then like at the fucking
The whiniest
Trump
bitches.
ceremony, they'll be like, "This is a fucking woman who got hit in the head by a volleyball and became mentally disabled because a trans woman spiked it into her head too hard."
It's
You know, it's insane.
no, it like they
love
literally
the
have.
oppression
Oh,
Olympics.
they fucking love the bringing out. Here's this little black boy what got cancer, and we're gonna make him a Secret Service member. Please clap. And it's like it's so transparent. Their attempts at like literally virtue signaling. And it's
Yeah,
like
no.
how do you fucking go out and talk about being oppressed and being offended when you have fucking Elon Musk being like, yes, we need to, if you don't like Tesla, Donald, can you please tell them that that makes you a terrorist, and I am become meme and you have to like it now.
Yeah.
Like fucking how you are the most fragile little baby bitch boys in the fucking world.
Exactly.
And it drives okay.
Yeah. No, they're the ones that love like the idpol oppression Olympics bullshit. I mean, that's why they always like wheel out Candace Owens when it's time to say that like
Well, not anymore. Not until open
well, okay.
Nazism becomes in vogue.
yeah, whatever.
We're getting there.
You
We're
get
getting
what
there.
I mean.
Uh-huh.
You get what I mean. They'll wheel out the who's the gay one at Daily Wire that was left wing.
Oh, Dave Rubin.
Yeah, the little gay boy. Yeah, they bring out little gay boy Dave Rubin whenever it's time to say that like all gays are sexual degenerate pedophiles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's the
And then
reason
they'll be
why
like,
it's watching.
How can you speak over a gay man's experience? It's his truth.
Oh, I got that shit.
You
I got
cannot deny his truth.
Yo, when I did a video on Candace Owens leaving the Daily or getting fired from the Daily Wire and crashing out, the amount of fucking comments I got doing idpol to me from conservatives that were like literally like, how dare you talk over a black woman? And I'm just like,
How are you talking over a black woman?
like this should be the thing that you are like, no, actually you have a point, because I did not bring race into it at all. And you made it a racist thing.
You're literally Aryan, so you'd think that they would think that's a good thing, you know?
Yeah. One would think, but no.
One would imagine. Hypocritical much?
Why we were able to steamroll you guys back in November is that once there's a little opposition,
What cuckold? What a little cuckold, by the way, dude.
Just nodding
He
along
keeps
to that
talking-
shit.
Like, why does he keep talking shit? This is the most non-aggressive ergo. He is just rolling over and.
Oh yeah,
taking
no,
people's
like this
stuff.
is fuck, this is embarrassing.
It's almost erotic.
Almost.
against a group of people that have never actually been, had to build the muscle mass of a very difficult and
Dog, you can't be talking like that, white
Again.
baby.
Again, toothpick legs. You
Yeah,
can't
who
talk
are
about
we?
building
Who?
a
What the fuck?
muscle mass. Also, look at these wrists. He looks like a skeleton. What's going on?
It's the muscle mass comment for me that is just like, you
What are we talking about?
are not in a position to be commenting on others building up muscle mass and resistance. Like
it'd be. I don't know.
no, and
You're
here's
not the one to
here's
say it, buddy.
the thing that, because I know they're going to get into shitting on trans people, but there is literally no contingent Well, outside of people of color, but as far as like white people in America go, I don't think there is a group that is more used to facing public harassment than trans people. And yet I was some dickhead turf was arguing with me earlier and basically said that, like, well, trans people just need to live normally and not go, if they can go through a day without a meltdown and nobody would have a problem with them. It's like, no, like you just accept this framing because everything, you don't actually know any trans people. Everything you know about them is from fucking Chaya Raichik and Libs of TikTok.
Yeah.
Anyway, so are we.
Unpredictable world, whereas those of us that are conservatives, we're insulted all the time. So think about the experience of a kid on a college campus.
Oppression Olympics. Literally, he's doing the thing. He's
Yeah.
doing the thing. He's
Doing
like,
the thing.
I am so oppressed as a conservative on a college campus.
There's a lot of fucking areas of expertise. What the fuck do you know about African lesbian poetry, dude?
Yeah, I think that you could write very interesting papers on this.
Yeah,
Like,
you could
here's
write.
the thing. Like,
It's just a
what's
lack
the
of
issue with
curiosity
getting a
that drives me
degree
fucking
in a very
insane.
specific field, because it's like, I know people that are getting degrees in like cybernetics, economics models. That's super specific. That's not something that like hundreds of people have. A friend of mine has a master's degree in classical guitar performance. That's not a widely held degree. Except it's fucking cool. It's cool that he has a master's degree in guitar. He's able to like teach courses at universities about the instrument. It's cool that people put all this time and become experts in their interests.
I mean,
That's
it's
awesome.
the like I said, there's a lack of curiosity that is I mean, like it's like basically a support structure now for modern conservatism, where you need a lack of curiosity, a lack of investigating and actually doing research for yourself and actually looking into the history of shit, because then they just take things for granted and they hear something from Libs of TikTok, from, Chaya Raichik, from fucking any of these assholes, and they go, yeah, that sounds true. And then they don't interrogate it at all, but it becomes a part of their worldview and they repeat it, and it becomes a game of ideological telephone as they fucking mangle the story, commenting on it and agreeing with other people, and it just creates the fucking brain melting nightmarescape we're in now.
Yeah.
And it all comes back to this. It comes back to shit like this, where it is somebody looking at African lesbian poetry. What dumbass gay shit is this? And it's like, why do you react? Why is that your first instinct to hear about something that might exist? And don't, by the way, Charlie, don't think it fucking slipped past me that you decided to make it both African and lesbian to make it funnier.
What are my three least favorite things? A gay person
And a
an
black
African,
person.
and a
Yeah.
woman.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Don't think
exactly.
I fucking let that shit slip, Charlie. Like that. You're not fucking slick.
It would be like if they had Eichmann eyes, like, you have degrees in Jewish jazz music. Like,
it's just
what?
like you can look at that stuff, and it's the same thing. You can actually kind of see it in the Gamergate movement, or Gamergate 2, the shittening sequel, where you see it where people just aren't able to look at something and go, hey, this isn't for me. Like, there's obviously somebody who made this, or there's obviously something, because African, I doubt that's a real degree, but it is based on, at some point, some conservatives saw that there's a fucking course in something that they thought would be funny to laugh at, and now it's been disambiguated into
like
jokes
queer
like this.
poetry,
Yeah, something like that. But instead of being able to look at it and be like, you know what, I'm sure there's value there, it's just not for me. And it's the same fucking broad conservative context that you see so many people in Gamergate, where they're like, they see a character and it's like, okay, this is a game with gay characters. This is a game with a non-binary character. This is a game with a character with blue hair. And instead of going, you know what, I'm going to fucking stick with my shooter, I'm going to stick with my Fortnite, I'm going to stick with this, they have to fucking go, all these woke activists are ruining my game. And it's like,
it's childish. It's like a brother, like an 8-year-old brother her 6-year-old sister turns on a Barbie movie. He's like, that's so
Yeah,
stupid.
no, it's exactly
so
that.
dumb. I hate that. That sucks. We should make Barbie illegal. Except you're like fucking 35 doing that shit. It's the politics of a child.
Casey
It's, I don't want to
Gurley.
eat my vegetables politics.
Oh God, that's a great way to fucking put it. Casey Gurley, thank you for 2 months. Can't believe my degree in transmechanical engineering is going to be worthless. I guess I have to go back to the estrogen mines.
Fuck.
You're gonna have to. We're gonna need those surpluses soon.
Yeah, you need to get your fucking numbers up, pal.
Brian Mason over on YouTube being like, Gamergate is back. Oh, I think it says so much for No, I think it says so much for the success of the quote-unquote Gamergate 2 movement or lack thereof that somebody can be like, wait, Gamergate's back? A year after it, like, kicked off and they were fucking declaring victory and shit.
It's another woke reboot. You know?
No, like, I think Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be, like, the reckoning to see, I think, if this shit goes forward anymore, because there's been a lot of, between all these dorks, because it's a vague right-wing movement, there's been a lot of fighting in between them all on social media, on Twitter and stuff, where they're like, no, this person he's not a real right-winger, no, this person's not real, and this person likes woke shit, and it's like, they're eating themselves because they're a right-wing movement, and that's what's always going to fucking happen. But it is yet another, I really think Gamergate 2, this modern thing, was really just my quote-unquote analysis, whatever, insofar as anybody cares.
Your expert analysis as a gamer.
as a quote-unquote gamer TM, my analysis is that it took off as a reaction to the Trump presidency, or the Trump campaign, where, like, it served its purpose to be an outlet for those people who are not actually politically involved. They are not actually invested in local politics, but they wanted an outlet to show their jingoism, their nationalism, their just general conservative shittiness. And for a lot of people who are terminally online, it just kind of developed from the ether. And now they don't really need that, which is why I think it's just kind of fizzling away, because they didn't actually care that much. Most of them didn't. Anyway.
Well, it's all astroturfed.
Yeah, that one kind of is. Irish DC, thank you for 100 bits. They even tried getting the Japanese government to ban AC Shadows. I fucking saw that. Like,
the Black Samurai is like a really well.
No, it's not. It doesn't have to do with, I mean, it has a little bit to do with the Yasuke, but the thing they wanted to ban it over, there was this fucking early build going around where there was footage from, like, somebody playing as Yasuke and going into a Japanese shrine in the game and, like, fucking it up and cutting things in half with a sword. And they were like, this is disrespectful to Japanese history. And it's like, brother, you choose the buttons you press, as the Doom account once said.
It's like the whole, you could shoot up a strip club in GTA argument, where it's like, you can. Why would you? For what purpose?
It's like it's when you're a kid, you very quickly learn that, like, that kind of wanton carnage in a game is just not, like, it's not that fun. Like, you turn on all the cheats and you go on a rampage in GTA, and it's like, I did that. That was fun.
Yeah,
but, like,
okay.
that's, I don't know. That's a whole other. It's the way that they've fucking, the Assassin's Creed Shadow shit is so. I just, like, I made a video last year. Goddamn, it's coming up on a year ago, about how I didn't want to cover this, like, Gamergate shit, and I haven't. Because it's the same shit every fucking time. I made an exception for Silent Hill, but it's the same, and it literally everything. Go watch the Assassin's Creed quartering Rev Says Desu video I did last year. And
isn't Rev Says Desu like the weird pedo baby VTuber thing?
Yep.
That's awesome.
And fucking tell me I'm wrong about any of that shit.
Not degenerate, by the way. Not degenerate. They're the the camp of beauty and truth.
Did you see that Brianna Wu called me a degenerate weirdo?
Wow, it's like the pot being like calling the kettle the N-word. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like the way, because I've been trying to get. By the way, go bother Brianna Wu if you're not blocked by her and tell her to do an interview with me because I want
Wait,
so badly.
Go say hashtag YouTube prowl in her mentions.
Don't say that. She won't know what it means. She'll just
No,
block
she
you
will.
and won't know my name. So that's the important part. Is I need you to go ask her. And I mean this. I want to say this, by the way. I mean this entirely sincerely. I do not want to ambush her. I do not want to fucking do a gotcha interview. I want to literally sit down and just ask her questions. Like that's all I want. I have so many questions that I've spent weeks researching her, and I like. If there is one of the subjects of these deep dives I've done who is actually going to sit down and do it, it's her. Like Matt Walsh, I didn't have a fucking chance. Synthetic Man banned me from his chat. I want an interview. I don't have to like her, but I do want to be fair and I want to be honest with how she's represented, and I think it would make it a stronger piece.
She doesn't have me blocked yet.
Oh, you should.
I tweeted at her 3 days ago. Braina couldn't agree more. Hashtag stop the madness.
Wait. Did you see Geoduck Geoscience? Did you see Brianna's tweet that was an unsubtle attack on you, DD, right after you posted about her? I did not see that.
I think that's why I replied to it. I think it was like 3 days ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I've been seeing Rev Says Desu's attack. Anyway, I don't want to get into drama channel shit. Anyway.
She did like a call out post on me when I was on
So
the
that wasn't I think I know the one you're talking about. That wasn't about me. That was about somebody else that she had quote tweeted earlier. But the time where somebody said, "Hey, you should go do an interview with Dead Domain," she did respond by saying, "I don't talk to degenerate weirdos." And it's like, Brianna, you willingly sit down with Richard Hanania and Lauren Southern. What are you talking about?
Like the head of a fucking political action committee?
I believe she was the head of. I think she might have left.
Rebellion Pack or whatever?
Yeah, it was Rebellion Pack and then Progressive Victory.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's correct. I mean, the Kamala campaign did so much to shoot itself in the foot. I mean, it was dead on arrival.
But literally nothing they did for outreach or anything helped.
Yeah,
So.
there's no way the Democrats could have won the election, really, unless they ran like with a left-wing populist. Quote-unquote left-wing.
That would have
You know what I mean.
pissed people off.
Yeah.
But no,
that
it
was
would
the
have won
only
if
way
you
to win.
if you gave
I
an
mean,
alternative
that's-
to the
that's
Democratic
why-
establishment. People would have fucking jumped on it.
Yeah, that's
Because
why
how
I
many
was
fucking
calling it-
people did we hear as soon as everybody was like, "Wait, what the fuck? Trump won again?" And you had all the New York
and
Times articles and interviews being like,
And the dumbest shit is that all of there's such this fear of breaking with the establishment along so much of the left, which is why you saw all these people just like towing the Democratic Party line of like, oh, we've got this in the bag. Even though the writing was on the wall, it was like 2016 all over again. Anyone in their right mind would have been predicting a Trump victory. But people was lockstep with the Democratic Party. They
well, and
followed
I
the
think a
leader.
lot of it is also just hope. Is that people just didn't want it to be. That was for me. Is that I didn't
Yes.
want it to be fucking true. I had
Yeah.
slightly more fucking faith in humanity that has now been extinguished.
I mean, it's not about faith in humanity, really, because I mean, what is a Kamala victory? It's just a delaying of the inevitable collapse of American liberalism. The writing is on the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
The-
you're absolutely right. Like that is it is
the
like a
Democrats
fucking
aren't here to save
band-aid
you.
on a
We're
bullet
here to
wound.
save us. Yeah, exactly.
Like, and that
There-
was I feel like that was part of my like waking up the day after the election. That was part of my realization is that like, well, might as well fucking get it over with. Like
mean,
what
it's hard
it would
to-
have been
it's-
Kamala for 4 more years and then Trump or DeSantis or whoever the fuck.
It's hard to break from like the duopoly thinking, because a lot of the time when I talk to you like on the when we started recording the podcast that we're doing, obviously, and we talk, we stream. There is just the thinking of like the Democrats being on our side when they really are not on that on our side in any way, and they never have been. You know what I mean? It's a very hard thing to really make a clean break from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even
like,
though I really do think that we should. I think that we need to.
oh, like
Liberalism
absolutely.
is
And
bad,
I think the stuff with Chuck Schumer like has so many more prominent voices, like really being like, no, these motherfuckers have to go. Like this is an endemic problem as we are watching Schumer and Hakeem just fucking bow down to everything the Republicans want. My dog agrees.
Yeah, I hate saying it's Weimar, but it's Weimar. I hate saying it's Rome, but it's Rome. It's not Rome like ancient Rome. I mean like 20s and 30s. But you get what I mean.
Like the writing
Mechanics.
is on
We
the wall,
appreciate
and
it.
it is infinitely frustrating to have watched every historian, every political analyst with worth anything for the last fucking decade now be like, yo, this is a rapid slide into authoritarian jingoistic nationalism and fascism, and everybody's just like, nah.
Yeah,
and then it's like,
sucks. It sucks when you see this writing on the wall with all of it, and all of the quote unquote leftist alternative organizations are either obsessed with electoralism in a unwinnable third party ticket, which is going to do nothing, electoralism for the Democrats, which just delays the inevitable, and just weirdo Stalinism or social democracy. Never really anything meaningful. You know, it sucks. It's a bad.
But I mean,
situation.
the problem is that like to do something truly meaningful, you would need something not only radically different, but the force or electoral willpower to actually implement it. And that is the problem with America, is that like the moment you say social or community, or the moment you express even just a inkling of concern for your fellow fucking person and their ability to put a roof over their head and provide for their family, people will accuse you of being a socialist. They'll say you're like Castro. You want to fucking kill all the billionaires. And it's like, I mean,
no, I'm not like Castro. I'm far to Castro's left. I make Castro look like a milquetoast liberal politician. Thank you very much.
But it's you get what I'm saying, where it's like
I
the
know.
country at a core level has been so ideologically poisoned against like just the basic ideas that people do agree with, that I don't know how you.
And people love the grift so much with this. They'll say that, people say, well, we do. They say that's why you should join my shitty electoralist organization. That's why you should join my shitty Stalinist book club.
But in the meantime, like, what are the alternatives?
It's-
Starting your own?
Yeah, it's a catch-22 in a sense. And it's like, I wish I was dishonest enough to be able to just say, oh, do this. You know what I mean?
But but at the same time, I think that like joining those community organizations, joining a organization in your community that is leftist and goal oriented for community support, like that is better than not doing anything.
It's better than the alternative. I think that it's a lot of the focus just needs to be on community organizing.
Yeah.
And like, you need to like make a political party to get together people in your community, and you can do it outside of these shitty organizations. You can do it yourself.
Somebody
It just takes
in chat.
time and effort.
Somebody in chat saying, in my opinion, lefties need to stop using academic words like socialism or proletariat, et cetera, et cetera.
Cut out.
Can you hear me?
Pardon? You cut out. You said, in my opinion.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Kiwi TP saying, in my opinion, lefties need to stop using academic words like socialism or proletariat, etc. When a normie American hears those words, their brain shut off. So I had a tweet because I went to a local PSL meeting. And you took the wrong thing from what I said, because I actually agree with this. Because it was a okay meeting, and it was just kind of like a community spotlight thing little get-together, mutual aid meetup. They had, literature from small press that you could buy, and just like it was a good little meeting for the Women's March Day. And what ended up really catching me is the amount of people who would go up on stage, because it was like a couple speeches, and use words that like you understand and you're able to apply. But as I'm sitting there listening to it, I'm like, this is what the flyover state, like average American, who's not even like necessarily hardcore conservative, but they think this is what like firebombing, black hooded roving gangs of Mad Max marauders in the like BLM riots, this is what they think they talk about. Like using words like, proletariat and bourgeois and fucking all of these other terms, talking about, capitalism and, I'm blanking on
think
words.
the thing is to me, specificity is very important. I get a lot of the well is quite poisoned with a lot of these terms, except when you refer to ruling class and shit like that, you end up with ACP style politics, where some of the people think it means the bourgeoisie, some of the people think it means the Jews. You know what I mean? It's complicated. I think that like my media training makes me think the best options are like owning class, working class, the capitalist class, maybe, I guess.
Well, see, no, I would say owning class
more.
and ruling class. Like you are talking.
Ruling class isn't good. Ruling class is too nebulous.
Yeah, I guess, because that like you were saying, that leaves it open to like
I think
conspiracies
that
around
there's
like fucking Illuminati and the
that
Jews
needs to be said
controlling.
about specificity and staying close to your principles, because the issue with every single one of these fucking organizations is that you're compromising in joining. There should be an organization that is working in your interest as a working class person, because that is what this movement is a movement in your interest.
And that's that's what I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. Where it is the more quote unquote academic definitions that people will hear, and they see this idea of these soy boy liberal campus commie who has never worked a hard day in his life, and blah, 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 when the reality is that these are broadly popular ideas. But because this is fucking America, I've talked about it on stream before, because this is fucking America, you have to sell this shit like cheeseburgers, because everybody does want it. They just have to be told how.
It's just the reason I always want to push back is because it leads to like DSA types. They'll say we need to avoid that language, which I get it. I get that there's optics issues. But then they'll turn around and use the whole idea of avoiding language to drop any sort of radical politics whatsoever and just fall into lockstep with the Democrat Party. Which is why they've been debating amongst themselves for 3 years about breaking from the fucking Democrats. Are you kidding me?
But I mean, again, that's the argument comes back to like, okay, well then what do you do to organize separately? Because if the DSA, like say they break off from the Democratic Party, okay, great, they're the DSA. What the fuck now?
Then they should become the Workers' Party. They should position themselves as the Workers' Party, except they don't want to. The ruling class is almost all Jews, not to be... What the fuck are you on? That is a banned cheddar. That is a banned cheddar. Bye-bye.
Was that?
Someone was saying that the ruling
No, I
class
saw
is
that.
almost
I
all
didn't.
Jews.
The rest of it was fucking nonsense.
Yeah. Awesome chat, by the way.
That's fucking
yeah.
crazy.
Back to my slop.
For making sure that we also won Dave McCormick's Senate seat.
Right.
So again, chasing is only...
But that doesn't work here, Rosa. Why? It worked with the Black Panther Party. It literally worked with the Black Panther Party. You can say that, but it did. Unfortunately, we have fucked ourselves over. No, you were fucked. You were fucked. You didn't do this to yourself. They did this to you. Now we need to get out of it. Now we need to work in our own interests. It's this learned helplessness among the working class. U.S. third party. Yeah, I'm not advocating for a third party. I'm not advocating for electoralism. I'm advocating for something completely different. I'm not a liberal. I'm rejecting liberalism. I take this liberal false duopoly. I reject it.
God,
ideas,
this
Governor.
is
For
all right.
example,
So
if you
they
wanna,
like
you have
to
an opportunity
conservatives
to,
like to
run-
fucking talk about they like to talk about you'll hear this term humiliation ritual, which speaking of like elitist or elite fucking conspiracies, you see it whenever like there's a masculine character who gets beaten up in a Hollywood movie. They'll be like, oh, it's a humiliation ritual and the elites make them do this. And no, what the Democrats are doing to themselves lately has been a fucking humiliation ritual, because we talked about this in like no, it is. It is literally him, like Charlie Kirk going like, yeah, no, please, all you Democrat dumbass motherfuckers should keep making unforced errors. We love it. And Gavin's going, oh, you kidder.
The fact that we've spent like 2 hours and we're only 22 minutes into this fucking hour-long video is insane.
I know it.
I can't take it. I cannot take it.
No, we got it. We got to keep going. We got to keep
Oh my
the
god.
middle and
One must imagine Sisyphus happy.
see this man. So obviously you're talking to me of all people.
Yeah.
So like you right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports, that shouldn't happen.
We made it. We made it. Oh my god. I never thought I'd be so happy to hear a transphobic comment from Charlie Kirk, but we made it to the bit that we were watching for. Oh my god. I'm about to be freed.
You say that we're 20 minutes into it. This is going to last another 45.
Surely I don't talk about it for the rest of the time.
Yeah, probably.
No, and I appreciate
But like, would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
Well,
I agree. No men in female sports.
Yeah, it's crazy, Charlie. It's weird. Literally nobody disagrees with that.
Trans women are women. And
Yeah.
They are on estrogen. And here's the thing: no one complains about trans men in men's sports. Like in professional boxing, there's trans men that compete.
No, it's
No
that
issue.
fucking meme that goes around where, like, it was a trans boy who was forced to compete in girls wrestling in high school, and it just triggers everybody because they just look at the picture and they're like, "This boy is wrestling girls." And it's like,
Okay,
yeah.
and like, look, if there was just this giant epidemic of just like
There's
people
not. There's not.
dominating
There's
the
not.
sport, that'd be one thing, but there isn't.
It is
There
such a
isn't.
overwhelmingly tiny population. It's fucking crazy. And this is another example. Again, Brianna does this, where you have these libs and these centrists like putting on the same goggles that these psychopath conservatives have, where this is a culture war issue. This is worth spending millions and billions of dollars on to lobby against and legislate out of existence, even though there's like 11 fucking trans athletes in the country. And they want to sit there and be like, well, this is, we're keeping women safe and we're doing this thing that nobody is really actually affected by. And Democrats, instead of going, hey, this is bullshit and why the fuck are you doing this? They just go like, well, yeah, no, actually, I agree with your entire framework. And yeah, we're going to start using the same terms because fuck trans people. They don't represent enough of our voter base to actually care about. And our research and our data has shown us that like they don't make up a big enough portion to get worried about if we come out against them, essentially. I hate rainbow capitalism, but for electoral politics.
Yeah, it's just about making people's lives worse. It's as stupid and unnecessary as like segregating drinking fountains. Also, by the way, no, I'm not banning people for doing nothing wrong. This guy has been talking just saying insane shit for the past hour. Okay?
All right, well, no more banning anybody unless you're saying
I think it's an
slurs
issue
or
of fairness.
something.
I completely agree with you on that. It is an
Right.
issue of fairness.
So
it's deeply unfair.
Would you speak out against this young man,
I mean,
A.B. Hernandez,
really
who
quick,
right now is
hang
going to
on.
win the state championship in the long jump?
Sure.
Irish DC, thank you for another 100 biddies. Protecting girls' sports, sweet. So, like, increasing funding for them, promoting them to the same extent as men's sports, increasing security and vetting so you don't have perverts assaulting athletes, everything that conservatives don't care about. Yeah, like, it was, as usual, as much as I fucking hate him, Matt Walsh is something of a canary in the coal mine for, like, conservatives' true intentions. Because he doesn't have, like, the guile to coat it in, like, 5 layers of irony like people who... like Charlie Kirk do. Like, he will just come out and say what he fucking means. And you saw this around the Super Bowl commercial where there were like 2 or a couple Super Bowl commercials where they were just like these vaguely mid 2010s girl power style like commercials. There's one that's been fucking playing out the waz on HBO Max where it's the ones where it's like a girl, like, they tell you you can't do this, so do it. They tell you you can't be loud, that you can't be emotional, you can't sell out a stadium. And Matt's response was just like, well, yeah, all the fucking this stupid feminism is ruining blah, blah, blah. And it's like, so you don't actually give a fuck about like women's spaces or sports or their ability to do them well. You still look down upon them. And it's just, it gives up the game a little bit too much because, yeah, they don't give a fuck. Come on.
Yeah. The 10 athletes.
That's what we're mad about.
You know how you can tell? You know how you can tell if it's like an issue? Are all 10 of them in first place? That might be
damn
weird.
Fucking no.
No, they're
like,
not.
Overwhelmingly no.
None of them are?
God, that's
wow.
fucking...
Who cares? Who cares then? Who cares? It's stupid.
It is a political wedge issue.
But how profound?
Yeah, it never has been anything more than again, and hey, you know what? The fucking conservatives were savvy and smart to recognize that the Dems aren't going to forcefully push back because trans people are such a small portion of the population. Like, it is not like people of color. It is not like gay people. It is not like any other minority in that so many people have grown so used to seeing them in public that the conservatives can still throw shit. And there are so few trans people out there living in public life that most people, it's out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And the Democrats, like I said, aren't fucking invested in like defending them because it doesn't make up a big enough point number in their polling data. It doesn't make up a big enough number on all their fucking what's it's that they'll do, the like exit polling and what's the word I'm looking for? Not study group, that's something else.
Focus group.
Focus group, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like and so again, it's just so fucking, it's so frustrating.
And it's like most trans athletes are like high schoolers who want to like stay active, which is good.
Yeah, because kids want to do fucking sports, man.
Most of them just want to like have fun and stay healthy, which everyone should want to do that. That's cool. That's awesome. Ugh. Yo, and the craziest thing is like I mentioned, my sister played hockey, and they would like transvestigate, fucking girls in this high school hockey if they were too good. Like, they tried to get a goalie, a 16-year-old, to go to a private room with some man and show her genitalia to prove that she was a quote-unquote biological woman.
And we've heard like multiple stories like that.
She was a butch lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
She was a
how many fucking stories have we heard about a short-haired woman, a cis woman, being fucking bullied out of a woman's restroom because like the "we can always tell" crowd fucking knows, and it's literally witch hunts. Like, it's literally a fucking snipe hunt that actually hurts people.
Transphobia hurts everyone, especially lesbians and black women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the two most... Obviously, there isn't much research on this topic, but I wouldn't be shocked if transphobia hurts, like lesbians and black women as much as it hurts trans women in terms of like harassment.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Misplaced
Like the way
harassment.
black women are
Because
already by far more victimized by police, systemic racism, and like especially black trans women. Like, and so much of it has to do with ethnocentric white, quote unquote, white standards of quote unquote beauty. And what people deem as features that are worthwhile or features that are masculinized. And so, like, I absolutely wouldn't be fucking surprised.
It's like how after 9/11, Mexican people and Greek people were getting called all sorts of anti-Muslim slurs on the streets of New York City.
Yeah, because some fucking...
And you saw, like, literal lynchings against random Mexican or Greek guys, just random brown people or light-skinned black dudes trying to go after Muslims. It's insane. That's not to say that the alternative is better if they got the right person. However, it's just to show it's
no,
like an Ouroboros.
it is the it is an example of how this kind of rampant paranoia and having, and by the way, it's fucking condensed upon itself, where it is not just people being like, oh well, trans people are taking women's jobs, or they're invading women's spaces. It's that compacted with Daily Wire hosts being like, if I saw a trans woman go into the bathroom with my wife or daughter, I would fucking go in there and beat the fuck out of them. And that puts these ideas that not only are trans people, like, they deserve to be dehumanized and ridiculed and all this other shit, but they deserve to be met with violent opposition. And that's why you see cis women who have been fucking imbibed with this awful propaganda from libs of TikTok and all these other dipshits go into women's restrooms and start fights with other cis women because they think they're trans.
Because they're too butch or whatever. It's ridiculous. And it's about just trying to live life as uncomfortable and as scary as possible. It's about going to an airport and being like really fucking freaked out about going through the machines and shit. It's about, if you're in a southern state, not being able to go to the bathroom because if you go to the men's room, you're going to be accused of being a trans man. If you go to the women's bathroom, you're going to be accused of being a trans woman.
It's that shit is real too. Like, I went
queer, you can't go to the bathroom. Like when I was in Florida, I couldn't use public bathrooms, just like straight up, unless I could find like a family bathroom.
I had so I went down to Texas a couple months ago to visit my girlfriend who's trans, and we were hanging out. Went to a Waffle House, and it was me, her, and another trans girl, and we were just having a night out, drinking and stuff, and getting some waffles. And the fucking looks all three of us got from people just like not like just fucking looking at us. And it was so like I didn't give a fuck, but it was still like, what the fuck? What do you want? Like,
it's unnerving.
No, it is. And she told me that she drove, because she drove back up here recently, and she drove like a massive stretch without stopping for any restrooms, because it would have been in like the middle of fucking Arkansas and Colorado and shit. And it's like, and she didn't want to like risk stopping because she was traveling alone.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how it is as any sort of minority in this country. Like, as a black person, you want to be careful driving through certain areas, because if you get pulled over, it's going to be a lot worse than other areas. Yeah. It's about just making life as unlivable as possible. And there's no rationality to it other than that. Because the drinking fountains are just a stupid fucking waste of money when you get down to it. A stupid, unnecessary waste of money, but it's just about making people as uncomfortable as possible.
Somebody mentioned on, I think it's the YouTube chat, not only are adults going to act on this language, but kids are going to feel emboldened by it too. Bullying will be horrific. I saw a video earlier today that was getting spread around. I think it came over, like crossed over from Black Twitter, where it was a white boy beating a black girl in high school. And nobody really but the black people were calling attention to the fact that he was just spewing a shit ton of racial slurs. Like and you don't fucking like that's not something that you do in the thick of the fight unless that's going through your head beforehand. Like that's not that you don't have a fucking gamer moment in an actual fist fight with somebody, let alone a teenage boy beating on a teenage girl. Without
that's targeted, you know.
Fucking and I just like what are his parents gonna do? What how much?
No, it's just gonna become more and more common, and like when you see like the school board getting elected by these kids' parents who they're spewing worse shit at home, they're gonna incentivize like saying it's not about who started it, it's about you shouldn't be fighting in school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like when really it should be, if some punk ass white kid starts calling you the N-word, you should jump him.
Hypothetically, in Minecraft, hypothetically.
Yeah. If you care about fairness, again,
you would actually be basing this on data, not just accepting the fucking conservative framework they've laid out for you.
If there's any evidence, like, at all, maybe, like, within some specific sport, sure.
My sweet, I didn't know what gender I was going to say, baby boy, but I don't, planer walk. Thank you for giving me, I think that's New Zealand bucks. Thank you for...
New Zealand dollary dues.
I think you just mistook an Aussie for a Kiwi. But planer walk, thank you for... I just did some research. The 800 trophies thing can be traced back to a submission to the UN from the Women's Liberation Front. No info on how they came up with the 800 number, though. So I'm going to say... bullshit. Yeah, I'm going to say probably pretty loose standards for info vetting there.
Here's why covering this shit is always so tiring. Everything he says is
every
a
fucking thing.
lie, and half of what Gavin says is a fucking lie. These people do not read. They don't care. They just spew bullshit.
Well, especially somebody coming from Charlie Kirk's pedantic background where he was just like a debate own bro, and that's like it's just a matter of just why I don't do debates and I fucking hate them is that they're not useful for convincing people because it's just seeing who can memorize random factoids and gish gallop the hardest.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just
hey Juno dear, how you doing, kitty?
I think it's just about humiliating the opponent as much as possible. Like I've done like 1 or 2 debate type things, except I'm not taking it fucking seriously. I just want to bully the other person. That's what really comes down to at the end of the fucking day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah. And I just have no, like, if I'm going to humiliate someone, I would rather, well, humiliate's a strong term. If I am going to...
Dunk.
Yeah, well, if I'm going to take, like, an action against somebody, my way of doing it is spending several weeks researching all their content and making a video on what their opinions really are.
The only time I actually debate someone is just, like, in private between people I agree with on most things about given topic that we have different opinions about, but that's just a conversation.
Yeah, that's not even a debate. That's a convo.
It's talking.
It's interesting that
on our.
Sorry, continue.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, you can argue on our podcast we quote unquote debated the first episode because we have different politics, but like, I wouldn't consider it a debate. I'm just talking to my fucking friend. You know?
Yeah, like it's interesting that you bring that up because when I started putting out like, hey, people, go ask Brianna Wu to unblock me so I can interview her, and a lot of people like and I appreciate everybody who retweeted it and shared it, but a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, dead domain debating Brianna Wu, and I'm like, I didn't say debate, I said interview.
Yeah,
and that's a fucking different thing. I didn't say debate. I don't do debate.
If I was to debate Brianna, what am I even gonna say? She's gonna say like, "Oh, you're a sexual deviant." I'd say, "Okay, bitch, McConnell." Like, what? Wow, fucking Plato and Socrates over here.
Yeah.
Well, it's just about who can get the best goddamn dunk off. It's playground bullshit.
Yeah, and that's why I have no interest. It's the same reason why I don't like usually if I somebody brought it up with the Maya Poet video or highlight I did recently where I Maya Poet, easy to insult. Let's say just as a person.
Very easy target.
Very easy target, which is why I did not insult her physically. I insulted her whack ass style. Like at the beginning, I opened with like a rampage of like 4 or 5 jokes I had written down about her whack ass fits, because I don't need to insult somebody's like physical
and past
appearance.
a certain point, you should just feel bad. Brianna Wu, I don't feel bad about saying like bitch McConnell to her because she does look like bitch McConnell. I don't fucking care.
I mean, not she had more plastic surgery, so she doesn't look like that anymore. But
well, I'm happy for her.
Like again, like I have spent weeks now researching Brianna Wu and going into her history and going into like her mid 2000s fucking live journal entries and like old fiction forum posts, and like I have a fucking treasure trove of shit to go after her and critique her for. Physical appearance doesn't even make my list. There's so much other shit to get to.
And it's like, I don't know. I don't even need to talk to these people to get my jokes off. You know?
Yeah.
Like my goals are like try and be funny and try and make an okay point.
Yeah, but I guess I feel like you can do both of those things while also like insulting them without resorting to just physical insults.
I agree. I think that you should always like back it up with more than that. I think that you can be lazy about it. Just be creative is the big thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like that just goes for joke writing generally.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like it's
a lot. It's a lot funnier to say that like fucking Maya Poet looks like a ventriloquist dummy. That's a funnier joke than just saying like, oh, she's cross-eyed. It's like, okay.
Yeah, low-hanging fruit. It's like
it's lame.
You have to move
lame.
beyond basic observational humor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody in chat saying, Dead Domain, how do we reach people then? It feels like humiliation is the only way to get Gen Z and Gen Alpha men out of this Nazi streak because I don't know how to unpoison young men who watch Tate. I mean, like,
I don't think that you should, like...
I think there's an inherent issue with conflating cruelty, which is what a lot of those people do, with masculinity or strength. I think those are two very separate things. I think you can be masculine, you can be strong, you can be funny, and you can insult people without being needlessly cruel, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think, again, as loath as I am to admit it, and I don't dislike Hassan for any reason, but like Hassan's a really great example of the like face for the left that does appeal to the like Joe Rogan contingent, because the dude is fucking ripped. He takes care of himself. He is the poster boy against the idea that all leftists are little soy boy weaklings, and there are other people out there who keep it toit like that. But Hassan is like the biggest face of that.
And like you can be like vindictive without being cruel, if that makes sense. Like, I think that a lot of Stavros Hykias, a lot of his comedy, a lot of his more political comedy. Obviously, like, I'm very into Come Town. That's what got me into like stand up and shit like that. But Stav, I feel like he rides that line very well of being vindictive, but also just being absurd enough.
Yeah, like there's a level of
and funny.
Yeah, I think it's why Stav gets along so well with like Felix from Chapo. Is like they both have a very similar, just weird it takes a little while to get tuned to it, but just a weird fucking off the wall sense of comedy, and like I like that shit. It gets dark, it gets weird sometimes, but I know they're joking.
Yeah, I get it's not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah, for sure. But I think there is
like there is a difference between that and making weird off the wall jokes and the kind of wanton cruelty that you see from people
Yeah.
like Tate,
I mean-
like Steven Crowder, and these people who want to push this idea of what a man really is, but they do it through belittling others. They do it through it's Kevin Smith. I understand a lot of people are going to say Kevin Smith is kind of cringe. I would agree. But I'm jealous of Kevin Smith for a lot of reasons. One of them is the dude has a incredibly childlike ability to still love shit that I got cynical about so long ago. And you can say he's fucking Funko Popped brain or whatever, like, and he probably is. But he has these ideas every now and then, and he had one that years and years ago, and this is not an original thought of his, but it's where I picked it up. He had this saying that he would say where people would ask him, hey, do you like this thing or this thing? And he would say, like, well, you don't have to put something down to lift something else up, right? Like it's not fucking, I can have Neapolitan, I don't need to pick between the flavors. And I think that's kind of how I feel when it comes to masculinity, is that I am wary of anybody who identifies as a man who tries to quote unquote assert like dominance or alphaness or like any kind of like power or strength or like just a feeling of being the biggest, baddest in the room. I fucking be wary of any person who does that by putting down someone else. Somebody, Draxus Stormscale, saying FD Signifier. FD Signifier is a fucking great example. Radiates incredible masculinity. Also wears the most comfortable clothing I've ever seen. Generally a comfortable, thoughtful guy. Great fucking example.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would not say fucking Vosh. Somebody in my chat
Dude,
saying
I don't
Vosh.
know what it is with like fucking lefty chats and just getting into arguments about goddamn Wash every 5 minutes. What the fuck, dude? I don't know what it is with you people. It's insane to me.
I think it is because he was so popular for so long that like.
I mean, he's still a popular guy.
I feel like not as much as he once was.
Dude, I don't keep up with the trauma bullshit.
I mean,
I'm not
fucking
gonna
me
lie.
neither.
Yeah. How are y'all doing today?
You know who's
I'm
actually
doing significantly worse after starting this fucking video, dude.
You know who I would actually say is a really good example of positive masculinity, and this is going to be contentious because it is political, but I separate the art from the politician for a second, but I would actually say Arnold Schwarzenegger is a really great. Again,
I agree.
Political life aside, he has been, especially in his post-political life, he has been such a ridiculously huge advocate for fitness programs, for weight loss, like good weight loss programs, for special needs education and special needs fitness, and like just a genuinely warm dude by all fucking accounts, trying to inspire others to just be the best they can. Like that's the kind of shit that I would like to see more of.
Yeah, I agree with chat. I think that Ludwig is a good example.
I haven't watched enough of Ludwig, I think.
Dude, shout Ludwig. I mean, I'm a Melee person. I followed Melee.
Oh,
like, my whole
Ludwig,
life.
Smash. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
he was a Melee commentator.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know him.
Now he is like now he's like a huge ass streamer. Shout Lud, dude. Great, seems like a great dude. Didn't he cheat on his wife? I don't think Lud cheated on his wife.
Arnold again.
Oh,
to
Arnold.
separate some things. But I just kind of want to say like the public facing life that he's had since office, aside from the cheating on his wife stuff, like that's a personal
also
issue.
Cheated on his wife? That's crazy.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
you know what?
realize he cheated on his
Ron
wife.
Perlman. Somebody brought up Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman's a good example. Like you can be tough
Peter Griffin
without being a dickhead.
Homer,
And
Homer
I
Simpson.
would like to see. I myself, obviously not the most masculine person in the world, but like, I don't think you need to exude any kind of like strength.
Yeah,
Pedro
Big
Pascal.
Joel.
Pedro Pascal is a great fucking example. No,
Dude,
I love
I
love Joel and Jose, but like, no.
I will say I don't know why, but like constantly people say I look like Big Joel if he was a woman and sound like Big Joel. I don't get it.
I
I
can
mean, I'm
kind
not
of
helping myself with the sweater right now,
I can kind of hear the sound, honestly.
but I don't know.
I don't get the look.
It happened. No, it happens like a disturbing amount. I don't. It's odd. It's really odd. To the point that I've like talked about it several times. I feel like it's sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy, but I'm glad that you don't see it.
Yeah, I really like
As
physically
much
I
as
don't see
love
it.
Joel.
No, and I like Joel too, and I don't want to. I made a little joke. Nobody go like tell Joel's like, oh, the domain's starting shit with Joel. Like no, like, but I don't think Joel would necessarily. Yeah, like I don't think they would
He
necessarily
might be the world's
disagree.
most masculine Jewish man, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love you, Joel.
You can
It's
say that. I
good.
can't.
I can say that. I can't
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, I love Joel. Joel does great work. Lance from the Surfs.
Yeah, dude.
I
Because
love
you disagree with same-sex marriage.
Dude, do not call random Jewish people gremlins.
Yeah, I'm like
We don't appreciate
God,
that.
what was there was something
Me and the tribe are saying no. We're saying
there was
stop it.
somebody who
We're saying
said
stop it.
called somebody a gremlin, and I was like, can you say that? It was Stephen Miller. Somebody called Stephen Miller a gremlin on a podcast, and I
feel
was like,
you can say it because the person isn't like a Ashkenaz, you know.
yeah.
On principle. And so I'm not, and by the way, I value the fact.
Dude, fuck Lil Joel. I love Big Joel. Lil Joel, fucking hate that guy. You don't want me to start with Lil Joel. Don't
Well,
even
you
bring
know,
up the
actually,
fucking
Jacob Geller is another good example. Is like seems comfortable in his masculinity. I think here's something interesting that I was thinking about the other day because I've been kind of working on a
I
piece
can't
about
believe that you have a
masculinity.
lesbian talking about men that she likes. See, I couldn't even bring myself to say it.
Jacob Geller is like being comfortable with being, and as much as people want to, you know, and I'm sure dickheads like Charlie Kirk will be like, well, the left is demeaning masculinity. It's like, no, that's never happened. It doesn't happen. What people don't like is people being toxic, people being, again, like the Tates, asserting their masculinity through trying to dominate and subvert
Own
and
women.
fucking
Dude, I don't know. I
yeah,
think the
own women.
easiest way of understanding it is like people have a hard time understanding the toxic masculinity shit. Easiest way to say, don't be a massive fucking douchebag.
No, yeah,
You know?
it's
I feel
the
like-
thing
I
that
feel like if
people
it-
didn't
like-
understand about. Like there are several like key pieces of media that the main point is it's bad to push people away and be emotionally isolated, and yet people look at that and go like, yeah, dude, I'm just like Tony Soprano. I fucking picture it. It's the main reason why I think so many people got fucking mad about the rebooted God of War and Kratos, who in the original games is just a very, I mean, like he has tragic backstory and stuff, but it's a fucking like,
It's a power fantasy.
yeah, it's a Greek epic.
Which is
it is
cool.
and
I
it's
fucking love those games.
yeah,
But yeah, it's
very
it's a power
fucking
fantasy.
thin. Whereas the newer games, and I still haven't played the second one, but like it is a lot more introspection on like what
It's
does the
awesome.
mental toll of being
Yeah.
this immortal asshole take on somebody, and how can they actually change if they don't want, especially in the context of having a kid, if they don't want somebody to end up like that. It's the same fucking thing with that made Logan such a wonderful film. Is you have here is this
No.
asshole who is incredibly selfish, can't die, nobody cares about him, he doesn't give a fuck about anybody, and now he is tasked with suddenly having a child and needs to figure out how to best leave the world in a way that makes sure that child doesn't become an evil murderer assassin like he was. And so like there are a lot of these narratives that people just, especially men, don't seem to fucking latch on to the right part. And you see it in the fucking American Psycho, and you know it's American Psycho, it's Breaking Bad, it's fucking Fight Club, where they see, oh, this dude
Well,
is
no.
fucking
Fight Club, I do
cool.
think is fucking right wing. I do think that Fight Club is right wing, but yeah, American Psycho definitely is a good example.
Or like
of that.
fucking Starship Troopers, and like
No,
Johnny
yeah,
Rico,
Starship
and
Troopers is the most slam dunk example of that.
Where like
Um,
I've been working on a piece in the background because I have like 5 different scripts I'm working on right now, and one of them is
Sorry.
it's the aesthetics of faceless fascism. And so it is looking at all of these media properties, all of these things that for whatever reason right wingers and alt right people are enamored with, from Warhammer to being the Empire in Star Wars to fucking, Helldivers, to all of these things where there is no sense of individualism among.
I mean, you see this in Nazi propaganda.
Yeah, exactly. And that's basically what it comes down to. But for that, I ended up researching and going down a rabbit hole and reading the original Heinlein book of Starship Troopers. And it
Very interesting read.
very interesting read,
bad
but
book,
like
but very interesting.
also, I completely understand why fucking it was different into a movie. B, I don't necessarily agree that like it has this weird like
Well, it's a political manifesto. The book.
It's
The
complicated.
guy said it was. I don't know. It's been like a year since I read it, but
Hang on.
I don't know.
Custodes.
I need to catch up on my Chud theory. I need to read the new Nick Land and reread Starship Troopers.
I forgot what I fucking was, what we were even talking about. I feel like we've
I don't know.
sorry, I went down an ADHD tangent. Let's go back to
We've been 6 hours back to the longest YouTube
Back to
video
the-
ever made.
back to the Charlie Kirk mines.
Back to the fucking coal mine. Can I go to the bathroom or no?
Yeah, go
That-
for it.
Is it not allowed? Okay, I'm allowed. Thanks, boss. Appreciate it,
Yeah.
boss.
Absolutely. Well, Buffy, same people who think Caesar's Legion from Fallout New Vegas are somehow good. They don't. They just want to be evil. Like that's the real core of it, is that like you don't look at the Empire and go like, oh man, they're the good guys. You go, they're the guys who kill all their enemies and they got fucking cool armor. And the interesting dichotomy there, and I could talk about that again. I've written a decent amount of the script for this, but the interesting kind of mirror there is that these are usually the same people who will, while wanting to take part, at least in terms of fantasy, and this faceless oppressive force, will call everybody else normies or NPCs, or say they all think the same, or they're all like, they're all in the Matrix, which is just I think is an interesting bit of psychology. Wait. Planar walk. The 800 medal claim gets even worse. If a trans woman gets first place, that counts as 3 medals? Fucking what? In what fucking world? And thank you, Junior Dear. Love the eyeshadow today. I need to try gold. I don't think it worked out super well with the lighting. Like, I think it looks better in person, because I think I need a whiter. I need like a Chapel Roan clown white for like deep makeup looks, because I would like it to look more like this nail polish I got, which is just like a really nice kind of deep coppery gold. But yeah. Lip tint I was using in the last video, it was Maybelline Color Stay. I guess, yeah, I'll just go grab it really quick. It was the dark one, right? Like it was like almost black. Dog wants to see. This is number 112 Composer, Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. I think that was the color. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the color. I cannot recommend enough for any girlies out there. Maybelline, the fucking best lipstick you can get. $10 for one thing. I have never run out of one. I have so many shades, a shade for every occasion. And they are, hello dog, hello. Let's.
That's not my name.
People want to see. Do people want to see dog? Hello. Oh. Hello. Hello. I love you. Yes, I do. Oh, scritches. Oh, good scritches. Yeah. Yeah. What? What are you doing? She say, okay, I go now. I gone. I want pet, but I'm gone. It appears over 100 of the 1,300 current entries are from disc golf. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I cannot recommend any other lip stuff. This shit stays on all fucking day. Super easy to apply. If you've ever had issues with application, let's see if I can get this out. You have this wonderful little brush. Lady sings its praises as well.
I don't think your dog likes the lipstick sponsorship.
She just wants more pets. She's just greedy for pets. All right, let's keep going with this.
Oh boy.
We got it. We're almost there.
More waiter, more slot, please.
More slot, please.
And you're not trying to walk away from that principle because electorally, I'm not.
That's true. Yeah.
It's
totally.
just.
Yeah, totally. As someone who knows like a lot of immigrants, they always tell me like coming up the border not speaking English.
Super fucking easy
like,
and show. You just speak the magic words.
Honduras. Yeah, coming from Honduras, it was so easy. They just got like a golden ticket to wherever they wanted to go. They went to New York. They had a job waiting for them, an apartment waiting for them. They got to steal some white guy's job. It was all and his apartment and his wife. It's great. It's all set up. Dude, he would not last a day trying to immigrate to the U.S.
He wouldn't last a fucking day, I feel, in
He would
literally
break down
any other
immediately.
position than being a straight white dude.
No, I feel like he breaks down and cries every night. Not to go Freudian, but does this look like the face of a guy who's fucking happy?
No.
EBP1 border app, and all of a sudden that steelworker in Pittsburgh's like, why am I paying all these taxes? And I can't afford beer. I can't afford anything.
Dude, there's just a hatred of the working class.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, the stupid unwashed masses are like,
I can't
why
afford
do I
my
have to pay
beer.
taxes? Why can't I afford my luxury commodities? Dude.
I think it's so fucking charming and rustic.
It's insane that somehow rhetorically he's less divorced from reality than the median liberal.
Yeah,
Because
like,
at least he acknowledges that there's problems is what I'm saying.
yeah, like that it
and
is
the liberal
the
is just like everything's fine, everything's
no,
fine.
it's what I was talking about at the beginning. It's that vague Trumpian it's not actual populism, but like this gesture at populism in service of being able to convince people that like, yeah, no, we'll get you your beer. We'll get you your fucking.
I mean, I'll plug it again. If someone wants to link it in the YouTube chat, I appreciate it. But like on the audiobooks thing, the infantile anti-fascism audiobook, like we go into this whole thing a little bit. Library of the Communist Left.
I think it's just like one of the main conservative like tactics has been to turn people into Treatler.
I I feel like that I don't want to get into luxury commodities and all that. The median American has been treatler since the end of the Second World War. But,
yeah, but now and it has always been the conservative way to be like, but this is why. Like, I don't know if you remember, but in the Obama era, when New York City tried to do the fucking straws thing, or was it straws or the fucking limiting the size of like big gulps or whatever the fuck it was?
Straws was later. New York tried to limit the size of plastic cups.
And fucking like conservatives depicted that as like a fascist overreach because like, oh, we want to have we want our delicious treats and our goodies. And now it's just more of that aimed towards liberals. Is like, oh, liberals, they're the reason why you can't have your beers and your Range Rovers or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, a lot of the Democrats' resistance to the like the Trump tariffs is just like, they're taking your treats away.
Yeah, no, it's like, hey, your PlayStation's gonna get more expensive. It's like,
dude, okay, don't even get me into how underpriced the average video game is. It's insane how fucking cheap video games are. You have no idea relative to the
cost of, well,
relative to the cost.
I will
of
be shocked if the industry doesn't go through a crash in the next 5 years.
Oh no, it's going to. It's completely untenable. It's luxury commodities that people feel so entitled to that they have to sell for like $70. It's just treatlerism, but whatever. That's completely off topic.
Mm-hmm. And so I guess my question is to you, what are the Democrats going to do about it?
So I'm going to answer that in a second, but let me just...
The fuck would he know about it? What?
He should. He actually should, I think. I feel like that's a reasonable question. I feel what, but you know, he wouldn't know. You're right. He wouldn't know anything about it. Cause do you think he knows what's fucking going on?
No, he just fucking he's sitting here talking to you, Charlie Kirk, like, about how right you are. About, oh yeah, no, the Democrats, they fucked this up, and we.
Dude, it's just a giant puff piece for Charlie Kirk.
It is like, and I think that's gonna be what all of this shit is. I don't have. How are you feeling, Rosa?
I don't have anything more to say about this. I've done my piece about liberalism. I don't know if you want. Again, so mods link Library of the Communist Left. Listen to infantile anti-fascism. I feel like that's a good analysis of some of what we're talking about here. But Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this shit's pretty rough.
Christ.
I am tired.
I am too.
So first I want to say, go up to the pinned message in chat and please donate some money if you can. I would really appreciate it, to a trans person in need who is facing homelessness. So you have a couple extra dollars to give on payday. I know some of y'all are probably getting beers and pizzas and all sorts of having your little treats and whatnots. And you should, you fucking bunch of treatlers out here. I need to stop. It's a fun word to say, and I need to stop saying it. But I would appreciate it if you went and gave some money to help out people in need. I realize that in a more serious aspect, I have certainly noticed that the price of living in general is going up. So I think most people have a little bit less to give than they might usually. But I feel that that is honestly probably when it's most important to give, because it means that even if you have less to give, somebody else already has less in general. So if you can give just a couple dollars at the links on YouTube and Twitch, I would very much appreciate it. And that being said, Rosa, do you want to shill all of your stuff and where people can find you?
Yeah, so like I said, we're starting a podcast together. That'll be on this channel wherever you get your podcast. Obviously, I run the Composting Podcast wherever you get your podcasts, and on this here YouTube channel. And then I have other projects, such as Library of the Communist Left, where we do audiobooks. There's only 2 up right now, but if you want to learn and open yourself up to some new perspectives, check it out. Listen to it. Obviously, Me and Jordan will have a show soon, and I produce Jordan's Magic the Gathering podcast. Pilot
With
Talk.
Bugs Matrix.
With Bugs Matrix. Yeah. And on Twitter, my @ is it's so bad. Dude, I hate
Isn't
having
it
to shout my
Composting
Twitter.
Pod? Or did you switch it?
No, it's I got banned. My new account is Trad Slut, but the U in slut is
Oh,
a V.
yeah. Fucking so dumb.
It's so dumb.
It's so fucking
Because it was
stupid.
originally my private account. And I was like, that's so fucking funny. Except that when my account got banned, it was the other account I had, and I'm not giving up that @ because it's really funny. So now I'm stuck with @TradSlut, with a V instead of a U. If you want to hear me like yell about Bordiga on Twitter, have fun there. Return with a V, exactly. You get it.
Yeah, and y'all know me.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, go donate up top. I think we are going to raid Pheromone or Ferrorized over on Twitch. Farah, you may recognize from such hit television shows as RuPaul's Drag Race and the Dragula. She was a contestant on both of those shows. Wug!
Sorry, I just need to watch the Donald Trump Ice Bucket Challenge real quick. Thank you. That's all I needed to do.
I'm very happy. I'm happy we could share this moment together. So go over, go give likes and love to Farah. Go donate and follow. Mention my name. And yeah, keep an eye on the channel. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff in the works. The Brianna Wu piece is coming along. And all things being equal, we will be streaming. We'll be streaming video games again on Sunday night. I have some fun games. We'll be probably continuing our playthrough of Gears 3 after we finish Gears 2. And then Sorry We're Closed is one I've been fucking playing. So thank y'all, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. And go say hi to Farah for me.
Am I free from this mortal coil?
Yes.
Okay.
Did I go?
I thought that went really well, other than the...
Well, give me a second. Hang on now. I'm still streaming.
Oh, I thought... Oh, my bad.
Give me a second. All right. Yeah, I want to make sure I actually rated. I don't know if I did. Yep, there we go. All right. Yes, sorry. God damn it. Okay, yes. There we go.